Hellboy. There is no greater independent superhero than Hellboy. Is Hellboy a superhero? Uh, by my definition, he is. By my definition, he is. One of the great things about the independence of Hellboy is he's not just trying to emulate already popular superhero comics. So something that doesn't necessarily affect the quality of a comic, but is something that's a bit of an issue, is whenever people create independent superhero comics, what they do is instead of creating their own interesting characters to be superheroes, they make variations of other superheroes that already exist. It has a tendency to make the superhero genre feel very generic at times and forgettable. Thank God we got a true original like Hellboy out there. So who is Hellboy exactly? Best way to do that is to read the actual stories themselves. So I read the first issue, which is very helpfully for a first issue an origin story. Hellboy's life on Earth starts during World War II, when the Nazis, under the guise of a mysterious sorcerer, summon a demon child to the face of the earth. This is Hellboy. Now, who the heck was Hellboy and who was that mysterious sorcerer? Well, all those questions get answered in a later issue, and I'll get to that when we get there. Right now, we jump forward in time. Hellboy is a full-grown demon man visiting the elder Dr. Brom, who was essentially his father. The reason the good doctor has wanted to speak to Hellboy is he wants to talk to him about the Cavendishes. Now, the Cavendishes, for several generations, have been exploring the Arctic. For 9 generations, they've been looking for a strange and unusual temple buried deep within the Arctic. If you're familiar with your Lovecraft, you know, don't mess with strange, unusual temples dedicated to alien beings in the middle of the Arctic. That can only end badly for you. And yeah, it does end very badly. But just as he's explaining this, a collection of frogs attack Brom's office. And Brom, in a fright, tells Hellboy to run like the Dickens. Why is he so scared? It's because the frogs kill him and turn into these big giant frogmen. Although Hellboy defeats with the power of his hand. Part of Hellboy's whole deal is that his right hand is a strange, otherworldly material that is infinitely strong and invulnerable to pain. Although he manages to defeat the frogs, he does lose his father in the process. Now, Hellboy works for the Bureau of Paranormal Research and Defense, Men in Black-like organization. And as the book ends, we cut to a mysterious house full of frogs, as an old woman talks to a mysterious, unseen voice in the distance. Hellboy comics are kind of something amazing, a very unique, individual, incredibly long-form storytelling in comics that we just don't really see that much anymore.